What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are watching Ryan George's pitch meeting of the live-action Snow White. You know, this is the first one for me because for every other pitch meeting I've watched the actual movie. This is the first one where I haven't seen the movie. I'd like to say it's on my bucket list. I mean, I like Rachel Zegler. I think she's an amazing talent. I don't really get into anything outside of the movie. I just take the movie for what it is. I take the song for what it is. I think she did a great job in West Side Story. I've been a fan of hers ever since I saw her do In the Heights covers on YouTube early on in her career. So I'm in it just to see the acting, just to hear the singing. I heard a lot of controversy around this one, I know, with Gal Gadot involved, so it's interesting. But it also just makes me want to watch the pitch meeting. And if we get to the point where we end up watching the live action remake, which eventually down the road we will because I love Disney, we'll go and do that. But for now, I'm interested in seeing what Ryan George has to say about it. So with that being said, let's just get on into it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Leave me a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Check out everything else we got going on the channel. Check out here, check out Patreon, other pitch meeting reactions we have on the channel. Check out the Mad Media podcast where we talk about all things film, art, music related. Check out our merch store and get yourself something that you deserve. And if you really want to support the channel, leave a super thanks down below. It really helps the channel and it makes it easy for us to churn out more content for you. All right, guys, let's just get right into it. This is the pitch meeting for the live-action remake of Disney's Snow White. Let's go.
So, you have that live-action Snow White script for me? Yes, sir, I do. Oh boy, time to tap into that hardcore Snow White audience. So at the beginning of the movie, we find out that Snow White's parents named her that because she was born in a snowstorm. Naming your kid after the weather conditions at their birth is a good strategy. That's why I named my son Mistifer. It's why I named my daughter Partly Claudia. Anyway, a couple years later, Snow White's mom dies. Dies from what? From being a parent in a Disney movie. Oh, that'll get you.
Yeah,
so then the king meets the evil queen and marries her. Why would he marry someone named the evil queen? Should have probably been a red flag, yeah. Do you have anyone in mind to play her? You know, just someone who can deliver her lines. No deal! Oh my god. So then what happens?
Oh god.
Well, the freaking dad disappears and she seizes the throne. Oh no. Yeah, and stuff is dire in the kingdom under her rule. We're talking very muted colors and some dust. That sounds like a nightmare. It's worse than hell. So anyway, then Snow White grows up and her entire facial structure changes and she gets a little Lord Farquaad bob. What? And everyone assumes she's...
I will say, I did see that, and a lot of people trolling her for the fact that her hair looks like Lord Farquaad. But it's in a classic movie. What do you want?
Dead, but she's actually working as a maid inside the castle. Why would she be presumed dead if she's been walking around the castle this whole time? Unclear. But one day this cute thief steals some potatoes and he gets sentenced to death, so she goes to save him. How does she manage that? Well, he was just kind of tied to a fence with some loose rope, so she gives it a light tug and saves him. Solving problems with a light tug is tight. Okay. So who's this dashing man? What's his dashing name? Oh, you're gonna like this. Jonathan? Anyway, then the magic mirror tells the queen that Lord Farquaad is fairer than her, so she's like, well, she's gotta die now. She wants Snow White dead? Why'd she keep her alive in the first place? Unclear. So that...
Now, to be clear, do they mean fair, like who is the most, generous, who equality and all that stuff, or do they mean fair skin? Because in this sense, it is definitely not fair skin, because I'm pretty sure Rachel Zegler is tanner than Gal Gadot. So I don't know. Maybe are there more people? Are there paler people in the village than Rachel Zegler? I gotta assume. Let's just go with equal. We'll see. We'll go with that.
Queen tells this huntsman to kill Snow White, but he sets her free into the forest. Okay. And that's when we're gonna see her iconic outfit. Oh, I've got a coupon code for a site called Temu. Maybe we could get one off of there. Yeah, that sounds good. So anyway, then she finds a house and does a little B&E and takes a nap. Just straight into bed. Sir, she's had a big day. She ran through trees, fell in water, and saw a bunch of CGI animals. That's a good point. So then we're gonna meet the CGI dwarves, and oh boy, do they look like living corpses. And what's there?
Oh, hell no. What is that? What happened there? Wow, that is very cartoonish for a live-action remake.
Well, they work in the mines. For who? Hey, shut up, and they have magic powers. They do? Tell me about those. I'd rather not. We're just gonna show them having glowing hands once and then never mention it again. Fair enough. And then we're gonna have them sing hi-ho. Very polite. Promiscuous women deserve to be greeted, too. What? So then what happens? Well, later, Snow White's gonna meet up with Jonathan again, and his friend...
I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie with, I think it was Amanda Bynes, where it was a playoff of Snow White, and it was called Sydney White, and I think she was in college. And then there was some like promiscuous women that were the antagonists in the movie, and all the 7 guys who were supposed to be the dwarves, they walked by her and the women, and they'd be like, "Hi ho, hi ho." Oh man, that takes me back.
The 7 bandits. Oh, we're meeting a whole other group of 7. Yeah, one group of 7's not going to be enough this time around. The fans are clamoring for more groups of 7. Are they? Yes. Feels like it'll be tough for people to get attached to this many characters. Actually, maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't care, though. Oh, okay. So then they're going to get attacked by the Queen's soldiers, and Jonathan's going to jump in front of an arrow that was going to hit Snow White. Is he okay? Yep. All right. So let's not talk about it again ever. That works for me. Anyway, Jonathan takes off to look for Snow White's dad, because he might still be alive, and he gets captured. Oh no. Yeah, so he gets tossed in a freaking prison cell along with that huntsman guy. Oh no. Yeah, and he tries pulling on his chains to get free, but it's no use. He's stuck in there. Well, sounds like it's gonna be impossible for him to break out of there. Actually, it's gonna be super easy.
Ooh,
barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, both him and the huntsman pull on the chains, and then that works, and they get free. Had nobody ever tried that before? Guess not. And there aren't any guards around? None. Well, fantastic. But now the evil queen knows that Snow White's still alive, so she disguises herself as an old woman and convinces her to eat a poison apple. To kill her? Yeah. No, to make her sleep real hard, unless someone kisses her unconscious body with some real feelings behind it. Why not try that arrow strategy again? Because they tried that once and it didn't work, and by movie logic, they cannot try again. I feel like it might eventually work, though, if you keep shooting arrows at her. Impossible. So all the CGI animals see that the queen is doing this to Snow White, so they take off to warn the dwarves. Why don't they warn Snow White if they're right there with her? Hey, shut up again. So then the dwarves get back, but they're too late. Snow White is very much asleep. Wow, I wonder if she'll wake up. She will, because Jonathan's gonna plop his big wet lips on what he thinks is her dead corpse. Very romantic. So she wakes up, and now they gotta go confront this frickin' queen. Yeah, they better. How are they gonna take her down? Well, Snow White's got a trick up her sleeve. She reveals that she remembers the names and professions of the people that now work for the queen. Okay. So... you know, that solves everything, and everyone turns against the queen. Wow, well, thank God that worked, and that the queen didn't try that arrow thing again. Well, it would have been no match for knowing that this one guard's name is Paul. I guess not. So then the queen destroys the magic mirror, which absorbs her into it, which is how it works now, I decided. Great, so what do you think? Hey, listen, you've described a movie. You're darn right. In court, you wouldn't be able to argue otherwise. And the movie you've described, well, who wouldn't want to watch that?
Yeah, I heard about that too. All right, I hate to say this, but I really want to watch the movie now. There's something kind of masochistic about just hearing how terrible a movie is and wanting to watch it. I haven't yet even watched any of the new Star Wars movies except for the very first one, which the name escapes me, and that's probably for the better. And now that I said that, people are probably going to ask me to react to the new Star Wars movies. Damn it. But even without watching it, I can definitely see where the flaws are in this movie. I just don't have the entire context of it, but it seems like some of these, you really don't need it. I mean, some of those things just looked absolutely horrific, and I never understood. When you're doing a remake, you want to bring something into the modern light. I thought they would have gotten rid of the whole kiss a dead body, kiss an unconscious body kind of thing, because that seemed to somehow slip through in the classic. But nowadays I would have thought, oh man, like we can't do that, but nope, they still kept it in and it still somehow works. So lesson learned. This was still great. Get me a good laugh, as it always does, and that's what we want here on these pitch meetings. If you know of any other pitch meetings that you want to see me react to, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. Leave me a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Check out everything else on the channel here, Patreon, the Mad Media Podcast. Check out that merch store and get yourself something sweet today. Also, if you really want to support the channel, leave a super thanks down below. It really helps us keep pumping out content for you guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's it for me. From one artist to another, stay creative, and I'll see you again.